What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Some of y'all ain't gonna like this one, but it got to be said, so I'm gonna say it. Too many times we have situations where you have people who are being bullied, people who are being oppressed, people who are being unjustly attacked, and they defend themselves. And the defense of themselves may come in the form of something as simple as just beating the hell out of somebody who was attacking them, or it may range all the way up to the most extreme result, which may be taking the life of somebody that was bothering you in a way where you felt like your life was threatened. Um, Now, I'm not saying that uh, the simplest scenario, simplest situation, non life threatening situation should be escalated up to where you take a life, but in a situation where your life may be threatened and you do what you got to do. But too many times we see situations where when people do defend themselves, whatever the result was, if it's justifiable defense of yourself or themselves, people have a problem with it. And people would tell you, or they will say in comment sections, or they will speak among groups or whatever, and just say, "Well, no, that's just not right. That wasn't the way you should have handled it, and there could have been another way to do it. They should have talked it out." And that just tells me that you have either just been so deceived by societal standards that have been imposed upon our thought process, or you just have never ever been in any type of um, pressurized situations where you had to make a move. You were never in a fight or flight type of situation. And when I hear that, that's the first thing I think about. I'm like, man, how can you think that? How can you say that? Looking at the circumstances. So when you look at the circumstances, it's like, man, he did what he had to do. She did what she had to do. Once those circumstances are found to be legitimate. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And like I say, I know some of y'all do, but you only get one life. You only get one trip around. If you're gonna let somebody just take it from you, or even like I said earlier, if it's not even that extreme, it's just somebody that's just they may not take your life, but they might take your dignity by just punking you. They may take your manhood or your womanhood. Um, I don't see anything wrong with getting a problematic person off of you. However, you got to do it, depending on the situation. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. But when we become apologetic for doing things that are naturally instilled in us, and what do I mean when I say naturally instilled in us? I don't care if you are a cockroach. A cockroach has a natural survival instinct in them. Now, a cockroach ain't got nowhere near the intelligence of a human being. Don't even have the intelligence of a dog, but they have an innate sense of survival skills. And even after they have been sprayed with raid, they are still running, still squirming, fighting, trying to get away to survive. How they gonna do it, we don't know. Every living thing has that in them, which gives them the right to protect that. You have the right to protect that. It's something that nobody taught you how to do. You just naturally know how to do it. So you should never apologize for trying to for self-preservation, the mindset and having a mindset of self-preservation. Why would you feel bad about that? Now, I know that there's sometimes when people get caught up and they are not that kind of person and they had to, take somebody out based on the fact that it was either them or that person. And if you're not that kind of a person, you feel bad that it had to come to that. And in a sense, you may feel bad about the person's life who was lost at your hand. But I'll say this: while I understand that, uh, you don't feel as bad as it would be if it would have been you. You would still rather be the one to tell the story as opposed to being the one someone else is telling the story about. You want to be able to speak on your own behalf. That's where I guess that's where the term rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 came about. And, here in America, as black people, sometimes even when we are justified, they'll find a way to judge us by 12. And it's up in the air. But through it all, you still have a right to protect your life, your God-given life, the only one you get. And I don't care how much you scream and preach and sang about heaven and going to heaven and the great reward in the sky and all. It don't matter. I don't care how much you sing about that. Inside your vessel, there's something in it that tells you to stay here as long as you can, regardless of if it's a whole lot better up there. Then why you ain't in no rush to get there? So nah, don't let people trick you into feeling like you wrong for protecting yourself. But key word I said is self-defense. Um, Never be the aggressor. Don't be the one to start it. I'm not condoning violence at all. I'm just don't be the one to start it. But you got the right to finish it if somebody starts it with you. Don't let these people fool you, because when they take you out, they feel nothing. Nothing. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. The new episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast is out right now. Y'all go to YouTube. Well, we're on YouTube. But y'all go check it out, man. Underground Dialogue Podcast. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.